I'm missing it out. We finally won a game, bro. We finally won a game. Finally. Hopes on the season? Yeah. But that's a topic
We're gonna talk
for another
about
day or later in the stream.
We're gonna talk about that Sunday, Monday.
Exactly. We won a game. I think it's the Evan effect. I think it's really the Evan effect when he comes on here. It's always after a win, and I feel like he even said in our group chat, he was like, I can make it tonight, and that was before we even won. So I mean, he knew it, and bro, I'm just happy. I know a lot of people out there are gonna be like, Nazi, what are you talking about? Or we're 1-4. It's time to tank and all that. And as I was telling Abdullah off camera, tanking is a situation that I feel like you should encounter later in the season, right? We're only 5 weeks in, and with all the embarrassments from previous weeks on the field, and then the talk off the field from today, the reports from off the field today, bro, a win changes your week or weekend whenever we're playing, right? And a win is a win at the end of the day. Evan, what are your thoughts on the matchup?
Just what I don't know what that was, but I guess like we beat the worst team in the league allegations, so I'll take it. I will gladly take that. I mean, if nothing else, the D-line did play good tonight. I guess you could point to that as a reason why we won. But oh my goodness, that had to be one of the strangest games I have ever seen, and we've seen some strange games.
Yep. Duel.
Well, it was better than that game last week. The Broncos and Broncos. Who was it? I forgot. That game was
Broncos and the Colts.
That game was terrible. But we scored a touchdown this week. Shout out to Brian Robinson. Again, honestly, guys, I really thought we were going to lose when Joey Slye missed that field. I was like, yep, they found a way to lose. It was a game of inches. Darnell Mooney, this close.
Too close.
But again, that's just commanding fashion. You find a way to win in such a game where it just takes your heart away. But yeah,
bro, I want to go back to that Thursday night point real quick because you mentioned, because I agree, this was better than the Thursday night game last week. You know who played the Thursday night game last week? The man that didn't want to come to DC, Russell Wilson.
That is true.
Yep.
Ain't no
Virginia native. Yep. Yeah, man. The narrowest of margins. Rodgers. I mean, we kind of did get lucky. I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, this defense forced a good stand at the end of the game and clinched us a victory. I mean, the run before that point by Justin Fields. This man's glided. He glided across the field with nobody there. Honestly, if he ran a little bit more, like,
he would have been a touchdown. Yeah,
it might have been a touchdown. Honestly, so I'm glad that he went out of bounds. He was probably trying to save time on the clock. I don't know what he was trying to do, but that scared me. They were at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal, and we stopped them. I know Paul is going to mention. I just talked to Paul on the live stream before the game, and I get it. But I'm not gonna lie, this same thing happened to us last week, right? The same thing when it was a down and goal situation. We had multiple opportunities to get in. Ours turned into an interception inexplicably, but it's the same type of situation with this, right? You guys had how many chances to get in the end zone? You didn't. It is what it is. A win is a win, bro. A win is a win. I'm sorry, not sorry. A win changes your morale for sure. I know it shouldn't. We shouldn't be this emotionally invested into this football team, but we are, and it is what it is. Brian Robinson.
Past the point of no return. Now we just gotta embrace it.
Exactly. Brian Robinson, first touchdown on the season. I believe he had 58 yards on the ground, something like that.
Yeah, around
and a touchdown.
Most of that came in the fourth quarter.
Yep. He was not playing too well at the beginning, but like. Also, our offensive line wasn't creating space. Yep, 60 yards. So, I mean, Evan, what are your thoughts on Brian Robinson?
Just a great story, man. We're talking about a dude that a couple months ago, he gets shot. Meant like in the leg. Like that's a situation that a lot of people don't walk away from alive. So at first, so to go from is he even going to survive to is he even going to play football again? And you see, just a couple days later, he comes back to the practice field in Ashburn. And then a couple weeks after that, you see him doing practice drills. Like you could tell every time you saw him that he wanted this so bad. And that last week when he came out the tunnel to many men, it just meant the world to him, man. And this first touchdown, I'm like, even for a game that was as weird and as like some fans would call it bad, even for a game like that, you got to admit that is the best way that we could have possibly won that game. That's the best way we could have won.
It would have been nice.
So happy for him.
Yep, same. And it would have been nice to see that touchdown at the end of the game last week. But it's a new week, a new game, a new W. Abdul, what are your thoughts on Brian Robinson?
Yeah, just like what Evan said, a great story, and it's crazy. I mean, he's just I got the alert that he's gonna be running back one literally today, and took the carries away from Gibson. It was great to see that. Obviously, I thought he was gonna have more on the ground, considering the fact the Bears are one of the worst run defenses in the league. But again, he had that great touchdown, and I'm just happy. I mean, the story is incredible. I feel like it's not being talked about enough just because Washington, the media. But man, shout out to him. And I'll keep saying this, Naughty. I wasn't a big fan of the pick because I thought linebacker was a bigger position to be, which it is. But Brian Robinson is that guy, and I'm happy he's here and definitely going to be running back one for the rest of the season.
And not going to lie, Antonio Gibson did some good things at the end of the game, even if he's not the starter. And, and I know he's doing return duties, but
I know y'all seen my text in the group chat when I saw him on that.
I know. Go ahead. I was alley-ooping it up, whatever, for Evan right here.
That and the fact that we called up Dave Johnson off the practice squad today, it ain't looking good for 15.
Yeah.
But
he had a nice catch. A nice return. Rare, but it is what it is.
Dax Milne returning punts. Like, it looks like he catches it and waits like 5 seconds to run. It's like he's seeing ghosts or something. I don't know.
You know what happens with Dax? I feel like he's trying to score a touchdown every time. And that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I miss DeAndre Carter. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
No, it legitimately looked like, the Bears were like, you have the win. And then we were like, no, you take it. It was like.
Yeah, it was that kind of game. I get it. I really do. And trust me, I don't really have. I would save some hope for this team in any given year. But like with the division being the way it is right now, I don't know. But like, again, I'm just happy we got a W. Again, it changes your morale. It really does. And a win is a win. Even if it's, bro, that ball was this close, man. Yeah. Oh my. When I saw the replay the first time, I waited to see it just to make sure. Bro, when I saw that it was barely out.
When I saw Mooney leave, bro. When I saw Mooney jump, I'm like,
I know. He jumped over the goal line too. Yeah. His hands were like on the goal line, but he juggled it.
And then he has it initially, and I'm like,
and then he juggled it.
We just lost to the Bears, man. And everybody saw it.
Yep. And they were driving down the field again. That Justin Fields run definitely helped them. But like, man, it seemed like one of those times where we were just gonna find a way to lose it. Honestly, in my opinion, but like they held strong. For as much as we critique this defense, I don't know. It feels like with goal line stands, they do a pretty good job. Like at least in the Ron Rivera tenure, like we all know the Steelers won, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, Bucks. I mean, like I feel like on fourth downs or like down and goal situations, our defense does a pretty good job, or at least the defensive line does a pretty good job of containing the opposing offense. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It's late. It's a Thursday night. I'm just trying to think of other topics to talk about. Oh,
fun fact about the defense: they held Chicago to 0 for 3 in the red zone tonight.
Wow,
0 for 3.
Yep.
Yeah. Defense forced 1 turnover and was really close to like another 3.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta talk about your boy John Allen. Sorry for forgetting Kendall Fuller.
How many sacks did he have today?
I don't know how many sacks. He should have had more because I think penalties, but that pick was crazy.
Was that at? Well, hold on.
He got hurt.
Was like right off Obata's helmet, went like a mile high, and Allen was right there.
Yeah. And he had a sack. Yeah, I mean, Jonathan Allen. Okay, can we agree on this? I don't know. Maybe Evan might not agree yet. But like,
he is the best player.
Hopefully, Jonathan Allen's the best player on this team. Can we agree on that?
On this team, on the defense?
On this team.
I wouldn't disagree with that. That's the thing.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
That's fair. That's progress. Okay. All right.
Because
But
Mans is eating, bro. Mans is eating. He's definitely playing like a Pro Bowler this year. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He's playing like a Pro Bowler.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I said it last year, and it's still true this year. I'm just glad we're getting this type of production from a player after we give him his money.
That's very true.
I just that's my favorite part about Jonathan Allen's production. He's doing this after the check.
Yep. And he's from the DMV. He's from Virginia. Went to Stonebridge High School. I love it. I love when our hometown products play for our hometown teams and become stars, like superstars.
Cherry on top for Nadi is he's a Bama boy too.
That's definitely the cherry on top. Yep. Roll Tide. But okay, so we talked about Jonathan Allen. I kind of did want to talk about Kendall Fuller because what happened on that touchdown play? What happened? What happened there? Like, what happened?
I don't know. Originally I thought it wasn't a touchdown. I had to look at it twice, and then I was like,
that was kind of, I don't know. They didn't make it seem like, how like usually they wait a couple, like maybe a minute or two to check the replay after the scoring drive and stuff. They didn't really wait that long, honestly, and I felt like that kind of deserved a longer review. But I don't know if I'm tripping on that.
Yeah, and it was 12 man. That was not good at all. No bueno.
Kendall's been very up and down the last couple of years. Like remember he got off to that slow start in 2021. Then he strung a couple of good games together. Now he's off to another slow start. Like it really might be scheme at this point.
Maybe.
Like maybe it's scheme, maybe it's age, maybe it's both. But yeah, I'm saying the same things y'all were saying.
And the worst thing is, it's not like he's on a cheap contract. It's not like he's on a rookie contract. Like, he's getting paid double-digit million per year. I mean, I think it's over 10 million, 11 million, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not great. But MVP goes to, I think, Brian Robinson.
Yep, I agree.
It's absolutely wild that this comment featured nobody on the defensive line. Because, bro,
probably should be Brian Robinson or Jonathan Allen.
Like, if we want to point to a commander, like a reason why the Commanders won, giving credit to the Commanders, you got to look at the D line, because, bro, Chicago could get absolutely nothing going as far as run games. Like, maybe like they had like an occasional big play from Montgomery. They had the deep ball to Pettis, I think.
Yeah, Dante Pettis.
But a lot of their offense tonight was really just flash in the pan plays. They couldn't like sustain any long drives, and it was mainly because the D line was all up in Justin Fields' face, bro. They had that man on the ground like 4 or 5 times.
Facts,
dude. Yeah, I thought Justin Fields should have been pulled out. He looked like he was on the ground. I remember consecutive
2 different points.
Yeah, I felt so bad for him. Yep.
Like Allen was all in his face. Payne was in his face. Obata was
in his
face.
Sweat was always bad.
Sweat's been showing up last couple of weeks.
I think even Jamin Davis was in the backfield a couple times.
Yeah, he was.
Like everybody got in on it.
All right. Also, can we talk about Justin Fields? He might be the worst quarterback in the NFL. Like, is that hard?
I gotta take on Justin Fields.
Go ahead, Evan.
Justin Fields is actually better than we think. It's just the Bears have no idea what to do with a quarterback. Because think about it. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
What like think about it. How many Bears quarterbacks can you name besides Justin Fields? Like this is where the bar is.
Mitch Slybisky, Sexy Rexy, Jay Cutler, Nick Foles, Jim McMahon. That's probably their best one. It's so sad. That's probably their best one. 85 Super Bowl winning quarterback. Right, Paul? Right, Paul?
That's where the bar is, man. Yeah. That's what a bar is. And then they finally got a quarterback actually worth keeping in Justin Fields, at least out of college he was. And you're telling me the best guy you can get him to throw to is Darnell Mooney, and on top of that, you don't even bother trying to get him any O linemen to protect him. You're like Chicago at this point, you can't even criticize Justin Fields, because this is like, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself, man.
All right. Round of applause, because this comment, in my opinion, won the day. They don't know how to utilize their quarterbacks, and Fields sucks. I've never been a Fields believer. Like, even as a prospect, I was not one of those Commanders or back then Wassa football team fans that wanted us to trade up to get a Fields. I know there are a lot of people out there. I didn't believe in Fields. I thought, it'd be a Lawrence, it'd be a Fields, or I'm sorry, Lawrence. Why am I forgetting his name? Zach Wilson. And maybe a Trey Lance, but I was not a believer in Justin Fields coming out of college. I'm sorry. What I saw that season, that last season that he had, was very inconsistent play. And obviously he was playing for Ohio State, a lot of weapons around him, and you just cannot see that in the top quarterback prospect. So I've never been high on him. To be honest, he hasn't. I think he had one game like last season where he looks pretty good. I think it was like a game-winning drive or something like that, or a field goal drive. I don't know, but it was a very good end of game sequence from him. But outside of that, I haven't seen anything worthy of being a quality starting quarterback in this league out of Justin Fields. And I get it. The Bears, we talk about their coaches, not being able to utilize their quarterbacks and stuff. But this is two different regimes, right? Like different quarterbacks and stuff. Like at some point, we got to admit these quarterbacks suck. Mitch Trubisky. Abdullah, I hope you watched the live stream beforehand. Because I was roasting Mitch Trubisky because my guy John from college, huge fan of him. He still defends him to this day.
Really?
The guy that got benched.
Still this day.
The guy that got benched, the Kenny Pickett in Pittsburgh, still defends him.
Guy was
Mitch
cooked when he
Trubisky.
left Chicago, bro. He was cooked when he left Chicago, and the Bears.
He was cooked when he was in Chicago, Evan. What are we talking about?
The Bears the one that cooked him too, bro.
I mean, he was cooked.
Him either.
Yeah, but going back to Justin Fields, I mean, he overthrew the tight end for a touchdown. Even the commentators today were like, why is he trying to make the big play when you can just a short immediate route for a first down? It's just these things like it's I want to be a believer because I want him to be the guy that breaks the Ohio State quarterback curse, but looking like it's going to continue.
Whoa. Paul brought up, I think, my favorite comment. This is probably my least favorite. Stop it. Stop it.
I don't
Stop.
know.
I mean,
Roger. No, Evan, don't even entertain it. Stop. No.
I mean,
No.
Philly gave Hurts both those things. Look at him now.
No.
I'm just saying.
Justin Fields is not Jalen Hurts. Stop it.
Philly gave
Just
Hurts
because
both
they
them things he said, and look at him now. We talking about him as an MVP candidate.
No, but
I was talking about him in the offseason.
And that's as opposed to before when people thought this was just another run-of-the-mill quarterback that wasn't going to do nothing.
But I get where Evan's coming from.
With Josh Allen too in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. No, I get where Evan's coming from because they spent their two picks this year first.
Why are we entertaining this?
Defensive players, and they just didn't help him out with getting him any weapons or protection. So maybe another year, but just this year hasn't been really good.
Bro, you can see quarterback talent even without the weapons. The weapons are supposed to allow a quarterback to flourish, but you are able to. In the NFL, you can spot quarterback talent. And in my opinion, Justin Fields, I get it. He doesn't have all the weapons that you need and whatever. Bro, he hasn't shown me anything. Jalen Hurts showed me some stuff last season. Leading that Eagles team to the playoffs last season, he showed me some stuff. That's why I believed in him in the offseason. That's why I talked about him being an MVP candidate with the weapons, right? But Justin Fields, even if he has weapons, if he had a healthy, in his prime, Allen Robinson, like if he had all these guys, a healthy offensive line, I'm not saying he can't be decent. I definitely think he could be decent, but he's not going to be MVP type of quarterback like a Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Just because they play similar ways and, I don't know, I don't know. If we're going to be honest, like they look like it has nothing. In my opinion, Jalen Hurts showed a lot of tools last season for me to believe in him. And then on top of the fact that the Eagles supplied him with weapons this offseason, I think that's what led me to believe that he was going to take that major jump. Justin Fields, I'm sorry, this is year 2. Again, I think his ceiling is being a decent quarterback.
And forget about the Fields talk. We're Commanders fans. Let's talk about this team.
Let's talk about the Commanders, damn it.
Thank you. What else is there to talk about?
Curtis Samuel. Oh my God, he dropped that touchdown. Again, it wasn't a great throw.
He dropped like 2 different touchdowns.
Two different. Also it was cold, but again, like it's Curtis. He's been playing great this year. That sucked to see that.
Like, I mean, the second one was debatable because Roquan Smith was right there. Another guy that should have
traded for
away. But even then, we know Curtis been shaking dudes, breaking dudes' ankles left and right. So like, there's nothing saying he couldn't have done that to Roquan.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys still Wentz believers?
Did you
99?
Did you see Carson lay down?
I saw that. That's 2 weeks in a row. That's 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. No, we're not gonna skirt past my question though. We're not gonna. We'll talk about that, Evan. We'll talk about that after this. We're not gonna skirt past my question. I know what Abdul is trying to do. He's trying to be slick. Are you guys still comfortable with Carson Wentz as our starting quarterback? Are you still hopeful as him as our 99 yards against this Bears defense?
Here's where I'm at with that. He did
99. Look it up. 2 yards rushing, so 101 total yards.
He did not win the game for us today. If anybody won the game for us, it was the defensive line, and at the end, Brian Robinson. But at the same time, I don't know how you justify after this game going to Heineke or Howell. Like,
I can justify it.
I don't know how you justify that after like a 4-game losing streak, where you got the game-winning touchdown like on really the last drive of the game.
Had nothing to do with Wentz.
I mean, but Wentz did make a couple good plays on the drive. So again, I'm saying he's not the one that won the game for us, but this is one of the things where it's like you got to let him like lose that right. I don't think he lost that right tonight.
I mean, also I thought he was gonna get pulled out because there was a moment like he planted his foot on that triple option play. I thought he got hurt for a second. Also, his fingers. I remember
his hand.
Yeah.
Like, and I was at that point saying either bring in Heineke or bring in Howell because remember, y'all, that's the same type of injury that Dak Prescott got in week 1.
Yep.
So I'm saying, especially since it was a short week, and if I'm correct, he had a couple big hits last week. Let's at least err on the side of caution here.
Mm-hmm.
Steven, stop. You guys just mentioned the Dak situation.
The thing is, he could have.
Mm-hmm.
He really could have, Steven. That does not prove your point.
I'm not confident in Carson. I'm sorry. Just like I'm not sorry about being happy about a W and like the morale boost that comes from that. Not sorry about my lack of faith in Carson.
It's like you might have a stronger point next week because we got the Packers.
Oh. I mean, they did lose to the Giants, but the Giants are also 4-1.
We're gonna find a way to at least play them like really close.
Yeah, I feel like we always play the Packers.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. Every season, we're good for like exactly one win that like you're not expecting.
Yeah. And we also I feel like we tend to play the Packers pretty well. At least
we do, especially at FedEx Field. Especially at FedEx.
It's gonna be at home.
Mm-hmm.
This game. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Terry, there was this one play where he almost fumbled. Oh my! Did you guys see it where the defender hit him? It was like an end around, and he lost the ball mid-air. It bounced off the dude's back, and he got it back, right?
I think I was off of Cam Sims' back, went right off his. I don't think anybody on Chicago even saw it.
No, the whole crowd yelled. I was like, what happened?
But you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that play, I think it was 2015, where what's his name? The running back we had with the dreads that was
Matt Jones?
Matt Jones, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where he had a big play in Chicago, and then he trips up.
Yes.
Nobody touched him, and then he spins the ball.
Yeah, that did remind. Yeah, I remember that.
Thought the play was over, and then somebody on Chicago hit it right into his lap.
Yeah, that was funny.
That's what that play reminded me of.
Oh, here's the troll man.
No, I was crying. I was crying after this comment.
He do got a point though. Wentz is kind of indecisive at times. He's really kind of trigger happy at times.
Oh, he said he plays through injuries to make up for his
it's like there's moments where you could tell Carson's rattled.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of those tonight where he stops throwing past the sticks. He mainly reverts to check downs and screen plays. There's moments where you could tell his confidence is taking a hit.
Well, we put up 3 points in the entire first half,
Mm-hmm.
and then we didn't score a touchdown until
9 in the second.
And we got lucky because the muff punt.
Thank you. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. I mean, if that didn't happen,
Yeah.
I mean, weren't we down 6 to 7 at that point?
Yeah,
Like
we were down.
We were down 7 to 6.
that was a gift.
Yep, very much a gift.
Yeah. Yeah, and my Paul, who was in the chat earlier, one of my Chi-Town friends, was like, they were talking about him not being the guy, Belvis Jones, not being good in return duties, like even before this matchup, and they still trotted him out there and try to see what would happen with him back there. Yeah, that was bad. I'm not gonna lie, I thought we didn't recover it too.
Yeah,
I was like, the ball went right back to him, and I was like, that's our luck, right? And then I forgot who recovered it on our team, but
I have no idea.
that was heads up play.
Yeah.
Put us in scoring position. That was. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the biggest play of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you think about it, just
because we scored on like the next play.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, a couple plays after that.
Later. Yeah, but the Khalil Herbert run was so annoying. Jamin Davis had the tackle right there and just all the way. It was, but shout out to Cole Holcomb with the 4th down stop. That was really crucial.
Yeah. And he was hurt too.
Yeah, he was hurt. And Obata with the honestly, he's been Obata has been playing out of his mind, but he's underrated in my opinion. I don't know what your thoughts on him, Evan.
Obata's like, once we get a little bit more health on that D line, you know what I'm talking about. Now we got depth. We got depth because I promise you, they don't want to see Obata coming off the sideline. They don't want to see Obata coming off that bench.
You know, Adam ranks the Bears.
Yeah, Adam. He might be right about our record, but we still got that win over the Bears.
But we still beat your team, though.
Exactly. I mean, we talked about this kind of on the live stream beforehand, but what are you guys' thoughts on the report about Dan Snyder again meddling with this front office and
it's just messy.
Being the one who gets Carson?
It's just straight up messy, and it's just even more mess, man.
Yeah, it's just, what do we expect? This man has always put his nose in operations for as many years as he's been the owner, and I don't know, man. It's just a circus show when it comes to Dan. So,
yeah, he's there at the game too, talking it up with our
no
guy
idea.
Jason Wright.
Where did Jason Wright go to school, Nadi?
Northwestern.
The other school.
Northwestern Wildcat.
No. The other school, Evan.
I thought he played football in Northwestern, didn't he?
No, he did. But Abdullah, he was. This is another oop for me because, Chicago, But, yep.
The Hail Mary. I thought they almost got that at the end of the first half. I don't know if you guys saw that. I just literally had shades of that Saints game from last year.
I'm not gonna hold you. First, I thought that was a pick.
Yeah, oh my God.
I still to this day, I'm still happy I did not watch that Saints because I think I was studying for an exam. I'm still happy I did not watch that Hail Mary last year against the Saints. I don't know what my reaction would have been to that. So, but forget about that. This is a W. It's a winning Thursday night, and I think that's gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys, Abdullah and Evan, for joining me on this live stream after the game. It's felt like forever since we won a game, but again, I think Evan's the good luck charm. Next time, Evan,
for saving my Friday.
Exactly. Shout out to B-Rob. 6 weeks since he got shot multiple times and came back better than ever.
You just can't make something up like that. Yeah. You just can't make that up.
Yep.
You know what would be even more crazy is if he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, bro. If he goes on a run and wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, given
teammate though.
No, I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
His own teammate.
Yeah. No, I agree. John Dott's definitely higher up there in terms of the power rankings, but I'm just saying that would be even crazier though. But
And it's like, speaking of Dotson, before we close out, I feel like it was the right decision not to play him today.
Yeah,
like regardless of how he was feeling, it's like it was a short week. So like better to keep him out and maybe lose this game versus throw him in and risk his whole career. You feel me?
Oh, I don't know.
Comeback player of the year is a whole different story, Paul. Comeback player of the year is a whole different story. We're getting down for that one. We're getting down for that one.
All right, guys, and appreciate you, Paul, for staying on the entire chat. I know you're a Bears fan, a big Bears fan, good friend of mine. Decided to stay on the entire stream. Appreciate you, bro. With that being said, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the DMV Sports Zone channel. We like to post fire content like this as much as possible. Also, go follow our Instagram page, all lowercase DMV Sports Zone, our Twitter page at DMV Sports Zone, and our TikTok page at DMV Sports Zone as well. A win is a win, man. A win is a win. And one more thing.
2-4 is better than 1-5, yo.
I agree. But all this win saved Ron Rivera's job, or probably everyone's job in Washington.
I finally
cost the Bears coach their job, maybe.
finally get to wear
wearing
this.
the jacket.
I finally get to wear this. I finally get to wear this. Yes. I finally get to wear this. Finally get to wear this.
After a month.
Yeah, because when we won week 1, it was obviously not cold, but it's starting to get a little chillier out here in New York. So definitely gonna wear this. It would be nice if the Giants lose. So then But with that being said, thank you guys so much. Yes, sir. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching.
We're the Cowboys.
We have the Packers next week. I mean, I don't think we really talked about that matchup, but
man,
again,
about this win. Who cares about the Packers, man?
Okay.
All right. We're gonna talk about it next week. We're gonna talk about it.
We'll have plenty of time. We'll have plenty of time for sure. Given that this was Thursday, we'll play next Sunday. But thank you guys so much for watching. Abdullah, I think we'll post on our Instagram page about this stream, about the win. Hopefully have a clip of this live stream as always. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and see you on the next one. Hail to the commander.
W.
Wait.
Hail to the Commanders.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.